It's 70 degrees out. The bees are super active. I think it is time to split some colonies. Hey everybody, welcome to Castle Hive. So we have super active colonies here. Now, these 3 colonies right here that are super active, and then the one that's on the end, I'm thinking today is the day to split them. So what I'm gonna do is go through, do an inspection on them. Depending on what I find, that will basically tell me, hey, you need to split them. We have next 2 weeks, insanely warm weather. Sunday, it's gonna be 80, Monday, 80, we've got 70s. It is time. I already had 1 colony up there, split itself. We all saw I had bees in the trees. So I'm gonna get in and hopefully these colonies here are okay. And by okay, I mean they have not split themselves already. So I wanna get through here, hopefully make some splits, expand the apiary out some. I'm hoping, crossing my fingers, that they have not already swarmed. All right, quick peek here at my lid. No small hive beetles. Queen is not on there. My outer cover here, good. Wow, nice chill colony right here. Look at that, just in time. So what we have right here, you see that right there, that is a charged queen cell. So if I find my queen, she's gonna go right over to another colony. Now what this colony is doing right there is they are making their own queen. I'm hoping that my queen is still in here. Now if I don't find her, then I'll know this colony has swarmed. There's some eggs in there though, and right there she is. Look at that. What I typically do when I do my splits this time of year is I will take that queen with the red dot. She is from 2023. I'm gonna take her, put her to a new location. So I have my queen in here. Now, I know where she is at. So I'm gonna go through here, okay? Look for some brood frames, preferably 2 brood frames that do not have cells. And I'm gonna move them over to another hive. All right, you see this frame here, all of that honey on there. This is gonna go over to my new colony. Okay, so this frame here has pollen. There are some eggs in there. Nice area there for the queen to lay. So this one's gonna go as well. Look at that. By me taking those frames out, moving the queen, she is going to think, hey, I swarmed. All right, so I have my queen there. I have some frames here that are completely drawn. So I'm gonna add those in, okay? Here also is my queen. Go down in there, girl. There she goes down in. My dial from over here now, I can adjust that. I know that there were some swarm cells in there. My left-hand side, I could put a mating indicator if I had one on me. I'm gonna leave that right there for now, but probably what I'll do is I'll turn that up to the green. I know that there were some cells in here. Basically, this post-inspection system allows me to quickly look down through my apiary and know what's going on. So let's move over to the next colony. Really curious if I can save that one as well. There is a cup, but there is nothing in it. Down over in this region here, if you can see that, there are eggs in there. They are very, very small. They look like, really they look like a piece of rice, like a grain of rice. That is it. All right, so I found my queen. She's right there. Very dark queen. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull her. So now that I have her in here, now I noticed she was not marked. So I'm gonna mark her, but I'm also going to move her over to a new location. So I'm gonna go through here, find some frames that do not have cells on them, and then they're gonna get moved. Okay, so this is a beautiful frame here. There's no cells, and there's solid brood, both sides. Look at that. Very next frame, nice pollen. There's some nectar on there, honey on there. Excellent. I have some replacement frames here that are completely drawn out. This is a queen from last year. I'm going to go ahead and mark her. You just line them up like this right here. There we go. You can see her thorax there. Okay, now she's got a red dot. There she goes, and straight down in. Okay, so you can see here that this is a mated queen, and she's from 2023. You can see that I have a entrance reducer here as well. So I'm going to get some feed on them, get a little bit of a pollen patty as well. So let's get on to another one. So far I've saved 2 queens. Now we'll see if I can save this last one here. Yep. So if you're wondering what a queen cell looks like, those are cells. You'll see a little cup, and that's a perfect comparison between a cup and a cell. The cup has nothing in it, the cell is charged. So this colony here is doing exactly what the others were doing as well. Now, as far as the timing that I'm doing this, it's something that I've learned through the years. I wasn't always able to manage like this. I mean, you see, I still lost one. So there was one colony that was ahead of the others. Now this older brood here, you know, typically you won't find the queen there, but you never know. So I'm just going through and checking every frame. Okay, there's my queen. All right, I got my queen. It's a good brood frame there. So this is going to go over as well. Got this outer frame with a little bit of brood. There's pollen on there. There she is. It's a good view there of how this one-handed queen catcher holds that queen and keeps her thorax exposed there for you. Now I've got this colony set up. I'm going to do the same thing. They're going to get a small little piece of a pollen patty and a bucket for feed. So here's the queen, and there she goes right there. Straight down in. Good. Wow. Tell you what though, they got some population. Now if I don't find any definite cells, I might give this one another few days. Yeah, this colony hasn't, you know, looking at it now, there's not as much brood as the others, so I probably am not going to split this one. That is very spotty though. If you look at that brood pattern there, very spotty. Well, there's my queen right there. So she still is very plump. If you look at her, they have not started to thin her at all. Now there's solid brood across there though, it's just the pattern. It's a little bit off. Nothing in those cups there. You see that queen walking across there, and she's just doing her job. You know, this colony is just a little bit behind the others. So probably what I'm going to do is leave it. I don't want to pull out of it and end up hindering it with its size. So I'll leave it. So we went through the 3 colonies down on the end. They got split. I've got new colonies that I started. This 8 frame, I need to carry that back in. Right now that puts us 9 here, 3 there, so 12 colonies. I will probably split this last one in another week or so. Did not see any signs where they needed it just yet. I want them to build up. If they end up not developing out and, you know, building out swarm cells and they just build, well, that's win-win also. I do have some queens ordered this year, so all of these colonies with these older queens, they're going to get replaced. Probably within the next month. So, you know, from some empty stands well, we're starting to fill up some. Now, I do have 2 stands there. That one will be empty, so 15 stands I have here, and that's going to be my limit. I just can't handle more than that. But, you know, I'm happy that I came over and was able to take care of those colonies down there, because I'd rather not have bees in the trees. I'd rather save them. So, good stuff here. If you want to keep watching some beekeeping, keep watching along. I'm in Northeast Ohio, and I show everything. So, appreciate you guys watching. And like I always say, until the next one.